Hero FinCorp presents Young Turks, 14 years.
Welcome back. You're watching Young Turks, India's longest-running show on entrepreneurship with a 15-year-old legacy. While there are several healthcare apps that have emerged in the recent past with a whole host of features and services, our next guest still believes in the power of being niche. So 35-year-old Saurabh Arora, a former data scientist with Facebook, started up a healthcare platform called Lybrate in 2013. Lybrate enables users to communicate with doctors via text, photo, voice message, and even video, all through the Lybrate platform for a small fee. Backed by Tiger Global, Nexus Venture Partners, and Ratan Tata, here's a look at Saurabh's story.
When I was working at Facebook in US until about 2014, I used to come back to India once in 6 months or 10 months. And during one of my visits, I happened to visit a pharmacy, which is a chemist. And I figured there are three kinds of people that are visiting. One, that would have a prescription. Second kind of people would be the ones that they know the medicine name, but they don't have a prescription, which is not okay. But in a country like ours, you can still get a medicine without a prescription. But the third kind of people were startling because they didn't know the medicine name, they didn't have a prescription, but they had symptoms. So chemist on the other side, instead of being a dispensing person, now starts to ask further questions and try to try to find the problem of a patient, and he becomes the role of a doctor.
And that's how 35-year-old Saurabh Arora decided to call it quits at Facebook, come back to India and start up Lybrate along with coder turned co-founder Rahul Narang. The doctor-patient ratio in the country is skewed, with only one doctor for every 1,700 patients. And Saurabh believes that the shortage of healthcare experts compounds the problem of inaccessibility. For him, the best way to plug this gap was to use technology, and here's how Lybrate does it.
Lybrate is a platform wherein we have thousands of doctors, and then we have millions of users, and they're interacting on the platform. They are, helping users are, getting answers to the health queries, and they're getting their health queries resolved.
मेरे ग्रैंडफादर की ऑलमोस्ट आईडी है तो इसलिए पीआरपी थेरेपी में आपको एडवाइस करता हूं कि पीआरपी थेरेपी आप लें तो उससे आपका जो हेयरलाइन जो
I think it's very important to understand what you stand for, right? So we stand for communication. People know that if they have to consult a doctor, Lybrate is the platform to go, right? Once you are on that platform, you will find some other things as well. But you can't be doing all the things. So for us, at a stage of company that we are, it's very important to focus. It's very important to excel at one thing that nobody else can do at scale.
With investor backing from the get-go, Lybrate has raised over $10 million in Series A from Tiger Global and Nexus Venture Partners. Lybrate also got funded by Ratan Tata in July last year. Lybrate has a simple revenue model. Downloading the app is free for users, who then have to pay a fee only when they consult doctors privately. The doctor consultation fee goes entirely to the doctor, while the internet handling fee is what makes up Lybrate's revenues. So what is on offer for doctors who sign up?
Lybrate is the only platform where doctors can recommend other doctors. So our product was designed in a manner that doctor will be sort of paying to sort of say that, why don't you invite other doctors to recommend? So that cycle, once that happened, we got a lot more sign-ups. So we have a verification process. Doctors has to upload his or their documents, and then once we are sure that this is the right doctor with the right credentials, he's sort of verified on the platform.
60% of the users on Lybrate are currently from metropolitan cities, and the remaining from Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities. With interactive features like the health feed, which pops up health tips categorized over 400 topics, Saurabh believes that he's building a product well differentiated from that of the industry leader, Practo.
We have about 90,000 doctors as of now. India has about between 1.2 and 1.5 million doctors compared, depending on what stat you are looking at. So we want to reach to 500,000 doctors in the next 1 year. And Tier 2 and Tier 3 is somewhat, we believe there are huge growth potential for us, huge growth opportunities with smartphone penetration increasing more and more in Tier 2, Tier 3 as well. That is where our core focus would be, and we would be sort of getting more and more users from Tier 2 and Tier 3 towns and cities.
Lybrate is also now the Indian Medical Association's digital partner. And Saurabh says he's not ruling out acquisitions to ramp up growth.
Well, here's wishing Lybrate all the very best of luck.
Hero FinCorp presents Young Turks 14 Years.